Hello, shining ones. Magus here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And today we're going to talk about the exorcist. Being exorcised, removing devils and demons so that you can live in peace and joy. And we're in Asha 3 today from the ancient Magi text. And Asha 3, I can't even count how many testimonies we've had of people that have been set free and saved from the short statement and teaching of Asha 3. So if you're feeling like you got depression and dis-ease and a heaviness and a darkness on you, this is for you. Now, the funny thing here, listen to me. I'm not trying to be insulting, just truthful to help you. Most people think they're being oppressed by a devil or, possessed. But that's so rare. My friend, it's very, very few. Can I tell you what it is? And I don't want you to get mad. Just be open-minded and listen to see if this could help you. It's from the wrong evil spirits that you think are good. Meaning, if you have taken into you a spirit that they told you was good or God even, that gets angry, jealous, he hates, he wars, he kills men, women, and children. That's what you're being oppressed by. That's why you'll never have peace. If your God can send sickness and disease, just do bad things and be turned into low frequency, bad energy, that will oppress you. And my friends, that is the Abrahamic Matrix. You know, a matrix is a womb, and born from the Abrahamic Matrix. Look at Ireland, right? What is all the war and fighting? Christians and Catholic. Look at the Middle East right now. You got the Jewish and Islam, right? Judaism and Islam. It's the Abrahamic religions. They think they're the good ones. Why? Right? The devil worshippers, they know they're just evil and bad, and they're lustful and they're greedy, and they're not confused by it. The people in that Abrahamic religions, they're confused. Why do I suffer? Why am I in distress? Why disease? Why the suffering? Why? And just why, right? And they think they're being oppressed. My friends, it's the spirit they've taken into them. And that's why it's so important, our message of the Magi, to go back to the original. The original God was just good. He was unmixed. He was not love and hate. He didn't heal and send disease. He was peace and could never go to war. He always stays the highest principle of good. No matter if man is acting the fool, you know what? Their sin will be punishment enough, right? Have you ever experienced that? Right? You got a perfect wife and children and home, and you have an affair with your secretary, and you lose all that, and what you're left with is hell on earth. And isn't that punishment enough? Do you need God to come down and kick your ass, set you on fire, right? He doesn't. That's not what God good is. There's other gods that will do that, but they're not the highest principle of God good. If we'll restore God's image and take that spirit, that energy into us, my friends, it changes us. That's the exorcism. That's the beauty of it. It's not using words from those books that gave you the devil, right? That gave you the disease. It gave you the mental fuck in your head, right? Repeating those, it's not going to do anything. It's going to keep you in that arena, that Abrahamic Matrix, that womb where all it can birth is hell on earth. My friend, look around. Look at our Muslim friends, our friends in Judaism, Christians, Catholics, everyone in there, they're creating a real shit show on this earth with their Bibles and their Qurans and their ideals. My friends, we got to restore God's image. Take that pure spirit, the love without the hate, the peace and the joy and the power and the freedom, my friends, which you're truly searching for. Not a God of revenge and smite my enemies. My friends, realizing that we're all one. We're brothers and sisters. We all come from that highest principle of God good. We come from good spirit. We're made of good spirit. We got to stop fighting each other. We got to be exercised. We got to cast out those Jehovah's and Allahs and Shiva the destroyers. We got to throw away those Bibles and Qurans and get back to the book written in your heart that knows good is good and bad is bad, knows the difference from love and hate, knows what's right. When you wake up to that and you hear a story in the Bible of go in and kill the men, women, and children and bring back the little children, women as sex slaves, you know that's wrong. If you hear a voice in your head, stone your child for being disrespectful, you know that's wrong. There's no confusion. It's reasonable. It's good, my friends. But you got to be exercised. How do you do that? You hold the true God. You hold Asha, the capital T truth. The truth will run out the lie and illusion all by itself. You don't have to use holy water. You don't have to chant. You don't have to roll around and foam at the mouth and cast stuff out. If you'll just hold love and peace and joy and be the actual God good, union with God good, take the pure true spirit in you, those devils will run. Those false gods will fall. And guess what? They take all their bullshit with them. Their depression, their wars, their anxiety. It's beautiful, my friends. That's why I get so fired up and excited every day. The statement of Asha 3 says, I have the mind of Christ. This is the Seoshant. This is what will save you. Seoshant is the Savior. It's Vohumana, the God mind, that says you and God good are one. You're one. You are that. Be that. To know God, the true God, right? We talked about this in yesterday's video. When this was written, to know was to be. A man would know his wife. Union, the two become one. You allow yourself just to be who you are. You be God. You be good. It says, my only job, my friend, you want to be exercised, you want a good life, you have one simple job. Get this. My only job is to align with and hold continuously in my mind the attributes of God. Now you have to know which God, right? If you got one of the Abrahamic religion gods, you don't want to be one with those attributes, right? Otherwise you'll always be living in that mixed monster world. You align with the highest principle, God good, and his attributes. You be love, right? Guess this is this is what dispels the earth, my friends. This is the mission of the Magi. When you're love, those low frequencies of hate and fear and greed and war and depression and dis-ease, they can't live in pure love. Now the funny thing about the Abrahamic religions, they've hijacked many of our words, right? And I wrote some of these down. Let me just read through these. These are brilliant. It says, they say that God... They say the word God, but what they mean is warden. They say love and they mean approval with conditions. They say peace, but they mean submission. Right? They say salvation and they mean you were born wrong and must be fixed, and they'll fix you. Right? It's going to cost you though. They say devil, but it's just their own shadow projected. My friends, they've taken names. So when people say, do you believe in God? Right? Most people around the world are thinking of the world religions, the Abrahamic religion, and they think of God as that mixed energy. My friends, we've got to go back to the original of the God that's just the highest principle of good. Take our words back. Speak true words. Our one job, to be love, to be life, to be peace, to be joy, to be power, and to be freedom. We be those attributes. It is us. We become one with God. That's the message of the Christ. That's the Christ mind. That's Vohumana. That's the Savior, Seoshant, that lives inside of you. Been there all along. You're outside looking for the Savior, looking for good. It's been inside you. You messed up by going to temples and mosques and churches and priests. My friends, you're not going to find it there. You got to go inside. You are the temple. The Christ, the good God, lives inside of your heart of hearts, the Holy of Holies. A lot of things have been hijacked. It says, my mind is God. My mind is God, but my thoughts are not always God. And here's our prayer, our alignment. May my thoughts align with mind. It's that head heart, just bringing it all together. It's that divine alchemy where the two become one. You think from Vohumana, the God mind, the Christ mind. You think God good thoughts. You speak God good words. You do God good things. My friends, and as we hold that frequency, it actually changes the world. And you find yourself happier and more peaceful. And those false gods and those devils, they're just gone. My friends, no big fight, right? It's just like flipping a switch on in the room. The light comes on, the darkness just goes away. Asha is Zoroastrianism, the original. Check it out. And I love, love, love you.